More than a decade ago, James Cameron became king of the world after Titanic won 11 Oscars and made $1.8 billion, that's billion with a B, dollars at the box office. Now he's back with a highly anticipated 3D blockbuster, Avatar, which received 4 Golden Globe nominations.
Me and Norma here to drive these remotely controlled bodies called avatars. And they're grown from human DNA mixed with the DNA of the natives.
Hey, welcome. Welcome to Pandora. Good to have you.
Damn, they got big.
Yeah, they fully mature on the flight out.
And that's just a glimpse. James Cameron is with us this morning. Good morning.
How you doing?
Congratulations, I should say, because I've had the opportunity to see it, and I was spellbound.
That's a good reaction.
That's a
very good reaction.
Very difficult to watch clips for it because it's flat on the screen in a sort of a normal TV way, and that's not the experience you get when you go in the movie theater.
It's a journey, you know, and you go on that journey, and you just saw a tiny glimpse of it there, kind of explaining what an avatar was, but you go on this journey out into the rainforest of Pandora, this exotic alien world, and it's very hard for us to find clips that sort of sum up the movie.
Let's talk about the technology first. Your idea for this movie came when?
Well, I first wrote an outline in '95. I was going to shoot it after Titanic, but then I got sidetracked doing documentaries for a few years, and I started the picture in earnest in 2005.
Did I read correctly that you wanted to wait till the technology really could meet the needs of what your creative vision was?
Sure, because we didn't want to do the movie with people in makeup trying to pretend to be 10-foot tall aliens. It just didn't feel right. We wanted to use computer animation to do it, but we wanted it to be an actor-driven process.
And the unfortunate thing about it is because there is so much technology involved, I normally am adverse to any technologically driven film.
Exactly.
I go the opposite direction. There is a rather spectacular story in the middle of this.
Sure. I mean, everybody's talking about the technology, or was talking about the technology, until they saw the movie.
Right.
Once they've started to see the movie, reviewers and so on, and people coming out, such as yourself, have been talking about the emotionality of the film, and the power of the story, and all these things, which is, of course, what we always went for.
And is it an allegory? Some people have said it's Vietnam. Others say the Pandora and the people who live on Pandora are more like Native Americans. Is there a particular touchstone that rings true to you?
I think it's all those things. I think it has to do overall, if you want to sort of sum it up thematically, with this sense of entitlement that we as humans have for that which it does not belong to us. And we view nature as something that belongs to us. It doesn't belong to us.
And in the middle of this, there's a great big love story.
That's right, exactly, And if that weren't enough, it's like those old Ronco ads. It slices, it dices, it has a love story.
It does do a lot. And, and somewhere in the neighborhood of less than $500 million to make.
Yeah, let's say we can safely bracket.
Safely say that. Are you in competition with yourself? Do you feel like this has to do better than Titanic?
I don't know if that's a realistic goal, because Titanic, I don't want to say it was a fluke, but it definitely aligned with people around the world in a way that took it to a kind of crazy height financially. But I think every filmmaker does compete with themselves. You try to better your art, you try to better your game every time out.
Well, it is, spellbinding is one of the words that I have, spellbound was how I describe my experience watching it, and I have to confess, my 20-year-old and I saw it together, and 2 nights after we saw it, we talked about it for about a half an hour.
Really? So, that's cool. So maybe like a generational bonding thing?
Yeah, who knows, who knows. We also said we want to go back and see it again. So
good. That's magic to my
There's
ears.
some of your money.